Hello, boys and girls, and welcome to Pajama Prayers. Thank you for joining me. I'm so happy you're with me. We have a great show planned tonight. We have a good story. Our story is about Noah, and we have an exciting game of hidden pictures. So let's get started. Are you ready? Good luck to you.
Can you find what's hidden in this picture? Do you see a trowel? What about a hat? Do you see a crescent moon? Where is the zipper? Do you see a heart? Can you find the paintbrush? What about a ruler? Now where's the donut? Can you find a belt? Do you see an envelope? What about an ornament? Can you find a magnet? Do you see the kite? Now find a rolling pin. Can you find an adhesive bandage? Where is the shell? Can you find a banana? Where is the tooth? Can you find a bowling ball? Do you see a pin? Can you find a yo-yo? Now find the ring. Can you find a boomerang? What about a hockey stick? Can you find a screwdriver? Great job!
Oh, wow, what fun that was! I had a lot of success tonight. I found almost all of the items. How did you do? I hope you were successful as well. We're going to move on to our story. Tonight's story is the story of Noah, and you're going to love it. So settle down, get comfortable, and let's watch together. Noah. A long, long time ago, in the days of Noah, God looked down on the world and saw that it was a terrible place. Almost all the people were mean and bad. They were always fighting and hurting each other, and they never paid attention to God. But when God saw how evil everyone had become, he felt sad and sorry that he had even created people. So God decided to send a great flood to wash away all the bad things on earth. But one man loved God and did what was right. His name was Noah. So God said to Noah, "Because people are so bad, I'm going to bring a great flood on the earth to destroy all living things. But I want you to build an ark to keep you and your family safe. And you must bring 2 of every kind of animal onto the ark too, along with enough food for you and all the animals." So Noah began to build the ark just the way God told him. It was a huge boat, big enough to hold Noah's family and 2 of every animal on earth that walks, creeps, crawls, or flies. God told Noah to build the ark with 3 different decks and lots of different rooms on each deck, so that Noah's family and all the animals would have a place to stay. Wow, what a gigantic job! Noah and his sons sawed and pounded and lifted and pushed, and day by day the ark grew larger. Noah's neighbors could hardly believe their eyes. "Oh, Noah's really lost it," they chuckled. "Does he really believe the ark will float? What a joke!" But Noah kept right on working. When the ark was almost finished, Noah's family began gathering food. They needed stacks and stacks and stacks of food to feed themselves and all the animals. After months of building, the huge ark stood ready at last. God told Noah, "Go into the ark, you and your whole family. 7 days from now, I will send rain on the earth. It will rain for 40 days and 40 nights. So Noah and his family hurried to finish packing all the food and supplies. Then God did something wonderful. Way off in the distance, Noah could see the animals heading towards the ark. God sent the animals to Noah, 2 by 2. And what a parade it was! Called the lions as they marched in line. Laughed the little donkeys coming behind. Cried the fleecy lambs, woolly and white. The monkeys rode on elephants and hung on tight. Then the ducks came waddling. Next there came a pair of pigs with pigeons on their backs. Bears, hippos, chickens, giraffes, tigers and zebras and dogs, possums, ponies, kittens, and seals, and a pair of jumping frogs. On and on the animals came, marching right up to the ark. And when they were all safely aboard, the sky began to turn dark. The ark was filled right up to the brim. You couldn't squeeze in one more. Then just as it started to rain, God closed the door. The first raindrops splashed onto the roof of the ark. Then, as the rain came harder and faster, little pools of water formed on the ground. A fierce wind blew, dark storm clouds across the blackened sky, and sheets of driving rain pelted the earth. The wild wind howled, and giant crashes of thunder rocked the ark as flashes of lightning tore across the sky. The rain poured down as if it would never stop. Puddles grew into pools and pools into lakes. As the water rose, the ark began to float. Rivers and lakes ran together to form oceans. Higher and higher, the water rose until only the tips of the mountains showed. Soon they too were swallowed by the flood. But inside the ark, everyone was safe and dry. Well, as days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, God watched over Noah's family and all the animals as the ark floated safely on top of the watery world. Everywhere Noah looked, there was nothing but water. But one day the floodwaters started to go down, and mountaintops peaked above the waves. Then the ark bumped against a mountainside, and there it came to rest. Little by little, floodwaters trickled away. Soon trees and plants began to appear. Noah sent out a dove to see what it would find. The dove brought Noah a branch from an olive tree. When Noah sent the dove out again, it didn't come back. Then Noah knew that the dove had found a place to make its nest, and that it was time to let everyone leave the ark. So Noah opened the heavy door, and all the animals and people came pouring out. Oh, it felt so good to walk on dry ground again. The animal stretched and wiggled and hopped and jumped and scampered away. Noah looked all around. The earth looked new and fresh and clean. Noah built an altar to thank God for keeping his family safe. As Noah's family gave thanks, God hung a shimmering rainbow in the sky. God said, "The rainbow is a reminder of the agreement I make with every living thing, that I will never again send a flood to destroy the earth." So when you see a rainbow shining in the clouds, remember that God is in charge of everything that happens, and that God always keeps his promises. The end. Can you imagine being on that ark? With all those animals? You could have any kind of pet that you wanted. Wouldn't that be so fun? Or maybe it wouldn't be. Come to think of it, it probably got kind of smelly on that ark, and that might not be so nice. My favorite thing about the story of Noah is that it reminds us that God always keeps his promises, and that he has promised that he will never leave us. That means we will never be alone. Just like he was with Noah. Noah loved God and God was with him all through the flood, looking after him. Our Bible verse tonight tells us that we are never alone. It comes from the book of Joshua, the 1st chapter and the 9th verse. And this is what it says: "The Lord your God will be with you wherever you go." Such great news, we will never be alone. Well, that's the end of our show. Turn to someone that's with you there and say, "You are worth more than you know, capable of more than you think, and loved more than you can imagine." Good night.